much for being here. Please pardon me while you can sort of join me as I get ready. This is like a mini get ready with me session. I'm just going to turn my ring light on. I'm running a couple minutes late as, our normal start time here. There we go. Second. There we are. Perfect. If you can hear me and see me okay, may you please just let me know in the chat. I'm just going to get my laptop or my, set up over here so I can read the chat properly. As opposed to looking at it on the screen, I use my phone to stream and I use my computer off to the side so I can actually see the chat. Otherwise, it's quite tiny here. One moment, please. Okay, let's hang out together and get ready. So we're going to do none. I see that Dragonfly was in the chat earlier and actually... Oh, there we go. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Linda! Hi, Linda! Hi, Dragonfly, as always. Thank you so much for being one of my beautiful moderators. Big, huge thank you and shout out to my beautiful mods. Keep the chat running tickety-boo, and I so appreciate all of your help. Thank you so much. Linda's back. Hi, Linda. How are you doing this evening? We got through another weekend, I was going to say another crazy week ahead, probably. Hi, Linda. Awesome. Well, we are here. We're back, and we're here for yet another general weekly tea leaf reading. So thank you so much again for taking time out from your busy schedule to hang out here tonight. And I always say, like, our Monday evening, the general weekly tea leaf readings on Monday night, it's a visit. It's a hangout. It's us having our little Monday visit until such time that we can hang out together in person in the same room at the same time. Physically, this is the next best thing. So until that day comes, we're hanging out here. So thank you so much again for being here. Your grandkids. Aw, that's so sweet, Linda. You're such a good grandma. Well, I hope everyone is keeping well. Hope that your weekend was good. Yeah, you can hear it. Dragonfly, you can hear it? Yeah. It's off here to the side. I don't know how well it's going to stretch over here. Yeah. I don't know how well you can see it, but it's working away. It's steaming. Yeah, it's boiling away in the background for sure. I thought, I'll just boil it right before we go live, and then it's just taking a little bit longer than I thought it would be. That's okay. Aw, yes, there we go. I love it when everyone whenever everyone in the chat chats amongst themselves. It just makes me feel so happy. So please continue to always feel free to chat away. All right, so we're going to be doing the general weekly tea leaf reading this week. So what day is it today? I keep forgetting. May 6th, right? I should know this since I got the lives all scheduled last night or very early this morning. Depending on your take of that. Okay, it was around midnight, but anyway. So yes, May 6th. So this is the general weekly tea leaf reading for this week, which is May 6th. And we will be back here as per our normal schedule on Thursday, May the 9th. And that will be our weekly, well, yes, it's our weekly, but that's when we're going to be doing live viewer readings. So if you're new here and if you're just joining us for the first time, or if you're watching this in a replay, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Sarah, and yes, I'm a coffee drinking tea leaf reader. 100% true. That sounds strange, but it's true. And we go live twice a week. And on Monday nights, we're going to be doing the weekly reading, a look at the week ahead. And on Thursday evenings, that's when we do live viewer readings. So if you like to have a taste test, figuratively speaking, of course, of what a tea leaf reading is like, you're welcome to come back again here on Thursday night at 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Monday and Thursday. And that is going to be for, as a goodwill gesture on my part. So it's 3 free tea leaf readings for viewers of the live. So that's on Thursday. So yeah, the water, I just stopped the water from boiling away in the background. Holistics, hi, thanks so much for being here. That's awesome. Well, I hope everyone, again, there you go. I hope everyone is ready for another busy week ahead. We're working in the background, trying to get things done. So we're going to be going ahead with this reading. So let me just get myself all sorted out here. I am running a few minutes late, so my apologies for that. And as always, let's do that quick disclaimer that we always like to say, that I always like to put out there. This reading is for entertainment purposes only. Please take what you will and leave what you don't. I have a big, long disclaimer in the description box below. However, I always like to say that. I used to do pre-recorded... One second. I left the mug over here. There we go. So I used to do pre-recorded tea leaf readings. And for various reasons, I prefer going live. So I always would have it on the screen, but saying it live here. And in case, again, There we go. I can talk. And again, if in case you're new joining us here live, or if you're watching this in a replay and you're wondering what I'm actually talking about, a tea leaf reading is what we're doing. So that means reading tea leaves, essentially. So images which are formed by tea leaves in a cup. They all mean different things. Oh, Jackson. And this is why I love going live. We get to interact in real time. Hi, Jackson. How you doing tonight? Thanks so much for hanging out here with your grandma. Hope that you're keeping well and enjoying your evening. Happy Monday, Jackson. Hey, hi. So this is what we do. We look at tea leaves. Well, this is not the reading here, but we look at tea leaves formed in the cup. Images formed by the tea leaves in a cup. They all mean different things. They can be literal, symbolic, and or both. And what tea leaf reading essentially is a form of divination. And I always do my little spiel here because I always want people to be informed. So in case you're wondering, like, why is she saying the same thing all the time? It's because I always always say a variation of what I say here before every reading. Every time I do a private reading, I always say it, unless the client like really knows me very well and they've had like multiple readings and they've heard it like 10 times or whatever heard it before. I always want people to be aware, like, to be like informed of, like, not like to be aware, but to be aware and informed. So tea leaf reading is a divination tool. So that means it is a divine tool, a way to ask for and receive divine guidance. Is always very interesting to see what comes through, as always. And no two cups are ever the same. So essentially that is what we're going to be doing this evening. We're going to be doing a look at the week ahead to see whatever the divine source creator would like us to know as a look at the week ahead. The way that I describe tea leaf reading in a nutshell is the best way that I have figured out how I can actually describe what tea leaf reading is, because it is quite complex. It's quite easy to think about, like, oh, is it looking at images by formed in a cup? Isn't that nice? But there's a lot to it. So the way that I describe tea leaf reading is it describes the qualities and or characteristics of events and or situations which are likely to occur. Big, long phrase, but it's the best way that I can describe it. So we're going to be looking in here, and this is a look at the week ahead to see what the universe would like us to know going ahead for this week. As always, I will be posting pictures of the leaves on my community tab, likely this evening. If I don't get around to doing it tonight, I probably will though, but if I don't, then I will for sure post the pictures tomorrow. I tend to either post them before I post the replay, or I post them like right around the same time. So it'll likely either be this evening or tomorrow at the very latest. Okay, let's see. Let's get the leaves ready here. And please, as always, feel free to chat amongst each other should you wish to. We're going to aim for the usual time, which is around, whoops, sorry, it's my mug over here. We're going to aim for around 20 minutes or so for the reading itself. Just checking the consistency of the leaves. Okay, I'll pull it up here so you can see what I'm doing. I'm just rotating the cup like back and forth, just checking the consistency of the leaves. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we are going to swirl the leaves, the tea. And now we're going to push the tea leaves back down into the base. Now, in what I've been, first of all, before I go any further, again, in case you're just joining us here, we've been online here for a few minutes. I'd like to give, now that we've been a couple other people in the chat, big, huge round of applause and big, huge thank you to Dragonfly. She's our mod in-house tonight. So let's everyone say a big, warm, and huge thank you to Dragonfly for being our beautiful moderator and making sure the chat runs tickly-boo, make sure that's nice and clean and clear and running really, really, really well. And if you are watching this live and you want to hop in the chat, please feel free to come in and say hi. Everyone here is super, super nice. You're most welcome. And I'd like to also say a big, huge thank you to everyone who was a new subscriber. As of like when we went live, almost 10 minutes ago? I think we're still at 479, aren't we? Subs? I think, let's just do a real-time quick check here. I've noticed that in the past couple weeks, I have been posting more shorts like on YouTube and like short reels. And yeah, so we're still at 479. We got another couple subs. I say we a lot because, like, to me, we're all doing this together. It's not me or anything. We got about another two or got another 2 subscribers the past few days. So if you are a new subscriber, thank you so much for being here. We are so close to getting to 500. So close. We just need another 21 subscribers. So if you do like this channel, if you do like this content, yeah. Oh, thank you, Dragonfly. Thank you so much for checking. Oh, you're awesome. Yeah, we're so close. So if you do like this content, please do consider subscribing. It makes a huge difference in the algorithm. Plus, it's also really fun to see it, quite honestly. So please ring that bell for future updates. Smash that thumbs up button. And I thank you so much. They all sound super small, I know, but all of these seemingly small things really help the algorithm. So thank you so much for all of your help. Just gonna get this cup ready. I do use tissues a lot. I find it's a very convenient way to get exactly the right consistency of the tea leaves. Like you just need exactly like the right perfect amount of liquid tea to the tea leaves. Tea leaves. That was wrong. Tea leaves. Too much or not enough of one or the other, and doesn't work out that quite well. You just need the right amount. There we go. That's actually really good. One second, let me just check here. Perfect. So I'm just going to flip this over. Do this off camera because I'm pretty sure I'm going to spill this mug tonight. So 1 second. Have my tea towel all set up here in the background. I had to do some spring cleaning here of my little reading area. So my tablecloth is currently in the process of getting washed. So I'm using a tea towel here to make sure I don't spill. Okay, here we go. Whoa, that was loud. 1, 2, 3. Off to the side. It takes a little while to get the cup ready for tea leaves. I'm just taking notes. Is she? Oh, there we go. Thank you so much. Oh, Linda. Yeah, Linda's our resident note taker. So if you have any questions, ask Linda. Ask Linda. She'll know the answer. Right now, in case you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm just allowing any excess liquid to drain out of the cup. And this is something that I always do. I'm very, very maybe too detail oriented, but I think that's actually a really good thing. This just prevents any pooling in the base from any liquid changing of any of the liquid tea changing images in the base. So this is just me being extremely precise, but just gives a better read as far as I'm concerned. Better quality of images, better clarity. It's something that I just like to do. Okay. So before we go ahead and start, it'll take like another minute for me to get the cup ready. Does anyone have any questions? I know we've gone through my little spiel, but does anyone have any questions about tea leaf reading in general before we start? If so, please put that in the comment section or in the chat. Happy to answer if I can. I know most of you it's all old hat for you now anyway, but I have been posting more on TikTok too. I think I skipped today. I didn't get anything posted today on TikTok or here on YouTube, the shorts. But I've been posting more consistently on there. So if you are on TikTok and you want to consider following me on over there, all of those links are in the description box below. So you just have to click more under the live here, and big long description box opens up. And I have a link there to my link tree, so you can find that link over to TikTok on there. Okay, here we go. If everyone's ready, let's start. Thank you so much, Dragonfly. Yep, that's my email address. So if you just want to reach out to me and say hi or book a reading, whatever the case may be, please just go ahead and send me an email there. And also, too, on that note, we do go live again, like I said, on Thursday evenings. So if you do have a live viewer reading on Thursday evening and you'd like to have pictures of your tea leaves, that's what I always like to offer. That's the email address that you're welcome to email me. And then I will reply with about 3 pictures of your tea leaf reading. Well, everything is fine. Okay, everyone, ready? Let's see what the universe would like us to know as a look at the week ahead. Quick note here. It all comes from the boss, doesn't come from me. So, ready? Ready to go? Okay, let's go. I will keep the laptop open and facing me, Dragonfly. So just so that you know, I'm also here. If you have any questions or anything, just let me know in the chat. Okay, thanks. Here we go. What time is it? I'm very short-sighted. In case you're like wondering why I'm squinting, I'm extremely short-sighted. Checking the time. 8:20. Okay, perfect. Okay, here we go. Oh wait, 1 second. There's a bit of liquid in the base. 1 second. 1 second. Sorry. All of these delays, I know. 1 second. There we go. Pardon me. Okay. Let's begin. So I read chronologically. Different people read different ways. I read chronologically. The room is the present situation. The sides are on the way. So for our instance, in this case, this is around Wednesday. Wednesday is about the halfway mark approximately. And the base is more of the distant future. So it's now, on the way, and later. And again, please take what you will and leave what you don't. This is a general weekly tea leaf reading. So some, none, or all of the information here may resonate with you and or may apply to you. And that's to be expected. Okay, let's go. Okay, Linda, get that note paper going. Ready? So it's a quick confirmation for right now. I would say that generally speaking, things are calm and clear. Oh, sorry, Drake. I just ordered new teas. Trying to be patient. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I always say the universe has a sense of humor because I read tea leaves, but I don't like a lot of. It's not that I dislike tea. I just love coffee. That's a good way to say it, isn't it? Right? Aw, Dragonfly. Well, I hope that you enjoy your new teas. Please let me know what kind you bought because I'm so curious. If you want to share. So it looks as though to me, like generally speaking, across the board, for the most part, like right now, things are calm and clear and quiet, and we're happy with that. And or we want things to get moving a little bit more. Now, we do have a layout that we do often see. If you've been watching any of our lives at all, this is a layout that you have seen before, generally speaking. And it's where we have this one main event or situation taking place here. I'll show you pictures of the tea leaves in more detail. I meant to do that before. Sorry about that. Okay. Sorry for the lighting sort of changing there as it's trying to adjust, but okay, there we go. So we're going to be focusing on this main general area first. Well, whatever this main event or situation is referencing, it is quite significant. It's like it's about two. That did not come out right. Oh, yeah, for sure. I totally agree with you, Dragonfly. I do. Sometimes a cup of rooibos is like, oh, just need it. Just need to have it. Whatever this main event or situation is referring to or referencing, yes, it is approximately 2/3 of the cup. So it is highly significant. And I would say it's one of those situations where it's one main event, yes. However, it is comprised of seemingly unrelated events or scenarios or whatever phrase or words you prefer using. I would say that it's actually, looks like there's 2 main parts to it. You can actually see them right here. Part 1 here and part 2 here. However, you can also see that, you can also see that it is actually it is part of this whole main event or scenario. This is what I mean. So as this week begins, I'll go into more detail, obviously, but as this week begins, like as of like now, It appears as though there's two main different events or scenarios, two different things taking place, and they do not appear to be related. They don't seem to be related. However, they actually, in fact, are related. And I would say that that becomes apparent around Tuesday, if not Wednesday. I would say most likely around Wednesday, but it's possible it could be around Tuesday. And then at that point, those two events sort of converge and become one event. And then that's when or one situation or scenario. And that's when we realize, oh, they are related. It just didn't look like they were, that kind of scenario. Okay, let's do finish our quick overview. Then we'll go into more detail. Excuse me. I go quiet when I'm focusing. Concentrated. So we have one over here. It's intriguing. Okay. Okay, I would say to use the quiet time that we have coming up, like this week, between now and let's say maybe around Thursday, where things are calm and clear and quiet, aside from this one main event or situation for the most part. Because it looks as though besides that, it's actually going to be quite busy elsewhere. So again, just as a quick reminder here, I'm not telling you what to do, obviously make your own decisions, but just to use a quiet time. I would say this is a reminder for us to use a quiet time that we do have approaching so that we don't really have any other distractions. We can get anything that we need to get done so that we're not having to focus on it later, essentially. Looks like definitely like right now and maybe even tomorrow, well, throughout most of this week, things do look quite busy in this one main event or situation. And certainly around Friday in 1, 2, 3 separate areas or scenarios or events or situations. Yes, that's where we do also have quite a bit of activity too. So it's like, things are pretty busy in this main event. However, aside from that, elsewhere, it's pretty quiet until around Friday. And then things become really busy. And then around this weekend and heading into next week, it looks to be quieter. Okay. Let's look into some details here. First of all, this makes me very excited and happy, in case you're wondering. Keep looking at this one grouping right here. It's actually a very large open book. Now, if you see something completely differently, that's completely valid. That's one of the reasons why I always like to post pictures of the tea leaf reading on my community tab so that you can see it. And if you see something completely different than I'm seeing, that's completely great. We're all different, so we're all going to see different things. Okay. So of the two events or situations taking place early this week that don't appear to be related, but then we realized later on are related, one of them is smaller and more condensed. It's maybe a seemingly smaller event or scenario, but there's a lot happening. And then the other one is a little bit larger, but not as quite as many different things taking place. So in this smaller of the two, this is more of the compact, the busier of the two. There's something taking place right now. I'm just going to yawn 1 second. Sorry. Not be rude. Sorry about that. I often yawn when I'm like doing readings. It's just, I guess, my body's way of processing energy or something. Sorry about that. Teresa, hi. Thanks so much for being here. You made it. It's so good to see you. Thanks so much. Thanks so much for joining tonight. Hope that you enjoyed this tea leaf reading. We're just sort of getting underway here. So glad that you can make it. So whatever is taking place right now in the main event, like related to this main event or situation, there's a document. So document, paperwork, something to that effect. And it looks as though to me is that there's something taking place behind the scenes with that. There's a surprise. So there's something unknown, something taking place. It's almost like we kind of know what the situation is referring to. It's almost like we kind of know what's taking place, but we really don't have all of the information. We know, and yet we don't know. We know, but we don't. It's got that kind of situation. But however, I would say that it has something to do, or there's a connection or connotation with whatever this document or paperwork is referencing, it's well underway. There's a blooming, a blossoming, beginning of fruition. Something is beginning anew. Something is actually taking foot. Something's taking hold. Something is, whatever this document is, it's beginning to take form. It's beginning to start, take shape. And it's it's in process. That to me is a very good thing. I'm seeing this as a very good sign. I would say that there's actually like a beauty with this as well, a beauty connection, a very loving connection, something to that effect, as well as a helpful individual, something along those lines, as well as action, momentum, things taking place rather quickly as well. And there are multiple parts to it. So it's almost like on the surface level, it's one document, one paperwork, whatever the case may be, however, whatever the case is. But it's referencing, or there are multiple parts to the one thing, to the one document. And all of that is sort of like, yes, we know and we don't know, but a lot of that is happening behind the scenes. I'm actually quite excited about it. And this is related to this open book. So for me, open books mean, there's simply said, acquiring knowledge. Simply said, whether that is writing a book, reading a book, teaching a course, taking a course, learning, writing, reading books, whatever the case is, there is a sense of this acquiring knowledge, and whatever this is referencing, it's quite significant, I would say. It's almost like this is like something to do with an open door, an opportunity that is connected or related directly to this open book, this acquiring of knowledge. And there's likely an education connection or connotation that is involved in this scenario, especially given the fact that we do have a document here that's bright, like on the rim, directly beside it. So again, there's likely this education connection, again, whatever that may be. There's likely a person, place, or thing, or it could be like a person, place, or thing with the letters V and or E involved, likely letter V. A reminder of reassurance that's involved in this scenario. One second. Yes, this whole scenario begins with this one document. However, in relation to this acquiring of knowledge, there are multiple parts to it. So whether these multiple documents that are appearing around Tuesday, I would say, are the same, like, I don't know if it's the same document or related to the same document that we just saw at the beginning of this scenario, or if they're different, I don't know. But there are other documents that are being presented as that situation unfolds, specifically 3 of them. But again, it looks like things are, it's like that whole scenario begins as, well, something really good here is starting, and then by around the end of around Tuesday, it's like, now it's really well underway. Now we really have a better idea of what's going on. I kind of see how things are, there's more clarity involved. It's that kind of scenario, that kind of situation. There's also small opportunity that's being presented regarding this. That's where this reassurance is indicating or is part of, but also a reminder here to use our intellect, our critical thinking skills, whatever the key, however you want to use it. Say it. It's our critical thinking skills, using our intellect a little bit here. There's quite likely a partnership, working with multiple people, likely it could be 3 or 4 individuals. 2 main ones. Creativity, making something new creative projects. Creativity in some way, shape, or form. Whatever this scenario is referencing, it looks like, it's almost like we're feeling like we're on the right track. Like, yes, like this is going well. This feels right. That kind of scenario. And we have a large winking emoji face. So I would say, like, again, there's this feeling of like, yes, by like heading into like Wednesday, like in this scenario, this part of the scenario, we actually have 2 happy faces. So it looks like we're feeling really positive and we're feeling really good about the situation and how things are unfolding. And a sense of like childlike innocence, taking some time out for our own self-care, but again, it's creativity, enjoying ourselves and being lighthearted, things along those lines. So chronologically, no, hang on one second. I'm just going to finish this line here. Heading into Wednesday, or I would say as Tuesday sort of concludes and heading into Wednesday in this part of this scenario. It's interesting. It's like there's some thoughts, words, ideas, conversations being taking place. In regards to one document in particular, there's two different things taking place behind the scenes. We sort of know more of one more than the other. And there's like this illumination, this realization, somehow, in some way, could even be like a spiritual, energetic connection, somehow that takes place. And that leads to like almost like an insight or realization. And then that leads to this significant scenario. There's many things taking place with this, and this is around Wednesday. And this is where the two parts of the main scenario do converge. Many things taking place with this. I would say there's reassurance involved, yes, especially in regards to a document or paperwork in some way, shape, or form. However, this main individual grouping scenario, there are many documents taking place, like multiple documents, multiple paperwork. A helpful individual with a prominent nose. This individual is fair. I would say is fair coloring. Could be like a strawberry blonde, something to that effect. There could actually be a Leo connection involved with this scenario. So it could be someone who's a Leo or Leo-like involved in this scenario, or the qualities and or characteristics of Leo. Now, because I'm seeing a person's face, it could very well be someone who is Leo that is involved in this situation. I would say like they're a helpful person. Even if you're watching this and you're Leo, it could even be you. As well as a possible Aries and or Taurus connection too. And there's a new idea, a new concept that's being indicated regarding this. A very, very minor conclusion. And that minor conclusion is what I just mentioned. It leads to what I just mentioned a moment ago regarding a reassurance regarding a document or paperwork specifically. Okay. Now, at this point in time, I'm going to quickly go up and to this other main event, this other second part. Then I'm going to go down, and then at that point, we're going to keep reading chronologically because they are both combined. So I just want to make sure I'm reading it as well as I possibly can. One quick note there: this whole scenario, both parts are forming a version of a butterfly, a version of one. So it is possible that there may be some kind of significant change or transformation taking place during this week as these events unfold. I just want to say that in case that may resonate with you and or may apply to you. We do have, again, it looks like things are just coming to fruition, making more sense, having more clarity as this entire week unfolds. And it does appear to me as though we are receiving very good things regarding this scenario by around Wednesday and heading into Thursday. I would say we absolutely are. It is helping to create a sense of unconventional stability. So in case you wondering what I mean by unconventional stability, I use that phrase a lot. So for example, you paint boxes, sell them online and make money. It's unconventional, but it does provide stability. Pardon me. The other half of this scenario, okay, so we're looking at this one right here. It does begin with a new idea, a fairly significant idea, concept, new opportunity, something new which is being contemplated. Multiple parts to it, many moving parts related to it. There is a sense of action and Action, bit dry, don't I? Action and momentum taking place regarding this, as well as positive messages, communication arriving, likely not about the home and or family. Bit of a reminder here for glass half full versus glass half empty. For me, no, there is also likely a Cancerian connection, so someone who is either that sign and or the qualities and or characteristics of that sign. I'm no astrologer, no, not a numerologist, however. Hearth and home under family, emotion, intuition, healing, those kinds of qualities are related to Cancerian sign. Again, we have this unconventional stability. And this is, again, there's either an education connection and or documents and or paperwork that are somehow involved in the secondary scenario. In 2 different instances, possibly 3. So in this part, going into around Wednesday, again, we have more unconventional stability. Yeah, with the secondary scenario, it's a reminder of glass half full versus glass half empty scenario. It really is. It may be a situation where we're sort of like, ooh, not entirely positive or not entirely happy with the way the situation is unfolding, maybe, possibly. But it really does result in something very good. It's just momentarily, we may be feeling, oh, I wish things were a bit different than they are. It's that kind of situation. But it really is a glass half full versus glass half empty scenario. This relates to a partnership that is beautifully, beautifully forming, a highly significant one too, I would say. And I would say we also have a helpful individual, especially around Tuesday and heading into Wednesday. And with that scenario, there is again, a theme is multiple documents, multiple pieces of paperwork or documents, as well as a new opportunity of some kind that's being presented. One main one smaller one. So I can say hi to the. Aw, thanks so much, Teresa. Hi. Going down a little bit further, some of us may be seriously thinking of moving, like seriously contemplating a house move or a property move in some way, shape, or form. And also taking some time out for our own self-care, a bit of a rest time that's also being indicated, especially as pertains to either, again, Taurus and or Aries, either someone who is that sign or both signs, and or the qualities of those signs. This is sort of where the both parts or sections converge at this point in time. So around Wednesday heading into Thursday. Again, an instance of unconventional stability, another Cancerian connection, receiving something very positive, especially as pertains to one document in particular, although there are 2 documents involved in that scenario. But this is all helping to create, when these 2 situations converge, it really seems to be it creates a new opportunity, a new beginning of some kind, a new opportunity that's being presented. Time of, I would say at that point in time, it's like we're just like literally looking through a microscope. It's like a time of introspection, going within to connect to ourselves, to connect with source. And but it looks like we're feeling good about this scenario. It looks like we're feeling positive about it. We're just taking some time out to go, okay, let me just take a moment. Let me take a breather. Think about this for a little while. But again, we do have this Aries and or Taurus connection. Lots of writing taking place this entire week. Aversion. This is interesting. Around Thursday, as these 2 converge, it's unconventional stability, yes. And receiving something very positive, I would say yes, especially as regards to one document in particular. There may be a house move that's being contemplated. I would say it's not quite ready at this point in time, like as of now, as of later. However, it is present. Still in the figuring things out phase. Using our independent thought, using our own minds, independent thought is being indicated, but also like the sweetness, the gentleness, bit of a playful energy, which we saw a few minutes ago too in here as well. So a nice reminder for that. Writing, again, keep seeing writing, documents, paperwork, education, writing in some way. Yeah, I would say, generally speaking, though, we're feeling good this week. We're feeling positive this week. A reminder that we have angelic support. We firmly believe we do anyway, but divine assistance. But yes, I'm seeing an indication here for that as well. There may be another possible Sagittarius. There may be a possible Sagittarius connection here as well, and also and or the letter Y. Maybe letter U, but definitely letter Y. And this relates to a creative project, a creative venture in some way, shape, or form. A helpful individual who is learned, who is knowledgeable, who is acquiring knowledge, a student possibly. Okay, so now at this point in time, we're heading into around we're at around Friday actually. Again, we're feeling, this is a theme. We're feeling very positive. It's a new opportunity, a small new opportunity, a small new beginning. Now, this whole main eventer situation, the two-part one, that leads in, it does lead into the base, but it leads into the base in essentially two different ways and two different parts or places. Let's look at one of them. Action, momentum, possible Sagittarius connection, like the Sagittarius, like the philosopher, the thinker, the visionary, the traveler. So things along those lines, those kinds of qualities and characteristics. This all relates to this action and momentum and things taking place rather quickly heading into this weekend. So Friday and heading into this weekend. Again, if there's a house connection, a property connection in some way, shape, or form, I would say 3 documents that I'm seeing here. Working with other people, a couple other people, actually. But there's a lot of surprises that is in regards to this individual scenario. So we're not supposed to know all the answers right now. Now, this all leads to heading into the weekend, a large, a significant partnership, 2 individuals specifically. It's forming really beautifully. Like it's pretty well formed right now. Like as of now, as of later. Again, things forming very well. Things are coming into fruition. I keep seeing that. Again, this action and momentum, things taking place rather quickly. Forward movement, forward progression. We have quite a significant event or situation taking place on and around, I'm going to say Thursday and heading into this weekend. And this is related to the main event. It's almost like it's separate in and of itself, but it really is related to the main event or situation. Specifically, it is related to the first one that we looked at, so the one with the open book. It's related up to here. We're looking over here right now. Whatever this is, I know we've seen this before, but this is what I'm seeing again here now. Abundance and prosperity, a significant situation or scenario, for instance, whatever we're going to use, of abundance and prosperity. Multiple things taking place with this whole event. We're not supposed to know all of the information or all of the details, but we do have a letter E and or C. So the letters E and or C, people, places, or things in relation to this one main event. Again, documents, paperwork, and or education connection in some way, shape, or form. Letter J and or U, again, people, places, or things, lots of letters. Again, a Cancerian connection, hearth and or home and or family, emotion, intuition, healing, or someone who is that sign. There's a partnership that this is referencing, though. That's a partnership that's involved with this. And it looks like it is a positive scenario. It's almost like in a way we're crying happy tears in a way. Positive movement forward. There is reassurance regarding this. And it does relate to or does have a conclusion in some way, shape, or form. But we are receiving very good things. We are receiving good things. It looks like there is this connection with a house and our home and our family. Again, it's a possible property connection, I would say. It's just not fully ready to go ahead yet, but it's in process. It's like in a way it's forming nicely. It's forming nicely. We'll word it like that. It's forming nicely. And it looks like we're positive, like we're feeling good. Looks like it's a positive scenario. And it does involve a positive, significant change. New opportunity, a new portal, a new opportunity, a new beginning, something along those lines. And it does sort of conclude with getting things organized. There's abundance and prosperity with this, specifically in regards to a document in some way, shape, or form. A little bit of abundance, but that's okay. We'll take it. We'll take it. But getting things organized. Again, there's this theme of action momentum. Things taking place rather quickly, but also almost at the same time, sort of standing our ground, going within, connect with ourselves, to connect with our higher selves, connect with source. Lovely partnership that's beginning to take form. And there's creative venture that's also present at that point in time. There may be a woman who is actually a fire sign who is involved. They may have a letter M, possibly, in their name. Letter M. Twice. 2 letter M's. But this new opportunity. And there's a lot of different things taking place behind the scenes that we're just not supposed to know about yet. Another way to say there's a lot of surprises with this. It's very exciting to me. Okay, and then aside from that, we do have one sort of standalone scenario, but it actually is related to everything else. It's just that it does not appear that it is related, and I would say until around Friday. But anyway, happening around Wednesday, it looks like it's a small scenario, but we're feeling good and positive about it. We are receiving like good things with this, and it does involve an aspect of reassurance, especially as it does begin to unfold. Likely, quite possibly a property connection related to that, as well as unconventional stability. Won't go into that. We've already discussed what that means. And as well as stability too. So it's a bit of a unique scenario. And then around Friday and heading into this weekend, 3 documents that actually result in 2 more documents. And there is like this sacredness, spiritualness, somehow that is involved with that, as well as using our analytical minds, critical thinking, intellectual minds, critical intellectual thinking, and action momentum, things taking place rather quickly with that. And there's 2 different things that this is related to. Yes, there's 2 documents, but there's actually 2 different pieces or parts that are related to it. One of them, it has 1 part, but then the second document actually has 2 parts, one of which we sort of know, and then the other one we really don't know, but we know something's happening behind the scenes with that. That's what I'm seeing. So it looks like it's going to be quite an interesting week. I always say it, but it's always true. I'm always excited to see what's going to happen. But we do have reassurance that is being indicated specifically regarding that first one that a Sagittarius fast-paced moving scenario heading into this weekend. There's reassurance regarding that too. Is everyone still there? Did you hang in there? Oh my gosh, we're gonna call that because that's the reading for this evening. Wow, crazy. How's everyone doing? Are you still hanging in there? I need to breathe. Speed talking. Thank you so much, Dragonfly. I'm excited about this too. I mean, I'm always excited. It just seems like that there's just a fair amount of activity this week in different ways and in different scenarios. I'm just excited to see what happens. Linda has writer's cramp. Linda, I'm just highly impressed that you even bothered to try. I mean, wow. I'm sure you do have writer's cramp. I'm a little winded at the moment, to be honest. I think you did an amazing job, Linda. So thank you so much for making all those notes. Wow, everyone. Okay, so thank you so much for being here. I really, truly appreciate it. I always feel badly ending the live because we're always having such a nice time in the chat. But let's call it a night. I'm going to post this again. Likely we always end the live sort of like later in the evening. That's why I post it usually in the morning. So I aim to have this posted tomorrow morning along with the pictures, either tonight or tomorrow. Coffee in the morning and tea in the evening for me. Oh, Teresa, that sounds like a good, that sounds like a good plan. That sounds like a good plan. Maybe I'll have some peppermint tea. Maybe you've inspired me. Maybe I'll have some peppermint. I know it's like technically not tea. It's herbal tea, but maybe I'll brew myself some tea. Well, Teresa, you enjoy your coffee in the morning and enjoy your tea in the evening. And Dragonfly, I hope that tea comes in soon so that you can enjoy it as well. So everyone, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Obviously, if you are interested in this content and you haven't subscribed already, please do consider subscribing. I really appreciate it. We're almost at 500. We're 21 subs away. So everyone helps, everyone contributes. So thank you so much. No pressure, only if you feel like you want to. I do have a Ko-fi account, so if you did want to make a financial contribution to this channel to help with running costs, buy me coffee, buy your dog a biscuit. All of those links are in the description box below. Obviously, if you're interested in having a reading, I'm here. Please let me know. And thank you so much. Have an amazing, amazing night. Take great care. And let's see what happens this week. And we'll refer back to your notes, Linda, next week. Have a great night, everyone. Yes, enjoy your coffee. Enjoy your tea. Love you all so much. And let's meet up again here on Thursday, this Thursday, May the 9th. I've already loaded that. I've already scheduled that live. So if you go under the live tab to my channel, you'll see the live for this Thursday, which is May 9th at 8 p.m. Eastern. And we'll be back here doing live viewer readings, which is always also really fun. Have a great night. Take great care of yourselves. Love you so much. We'll see you again soon. Bye. Thanks for all the notes, Linda.